Instead of like the original version of that song has so much dynamics to it. It just took so much away. The original Sheet Cheer had more musicality to it. Had a lot. That version had a lot more booty to it, funk. But these textures, these great things, that elements that went into the rhythm and blues sound were stripped away and taken away. And a lot of that was done during the 90s, during that time that they were elevating and pushing Bad Boy Records ahead of everybody. And so Devin Puffy didn't produce any of the music. Puffy's not a musician, but he was the executive producer. He was the one that said, yes, this cut goes to market. No, that cut doesn't. Because oftentimes in the 90s, especially in the 90s, your producers had different, they're all throughout time, is different cuts of music, different sounds, different tracks to go along with it. And for all we know, they could have had a grand arrangement for any of those songs. But the song that was chosen to go to market was the stripped down bullshit. Appreciate the Cash App, Sonya Tatum. And yes, we point to the people that said yes. Puffy ain't no musician. He couldn't do none of this shit. But he's the one that said this goes to market, that doesn't. And we were being forced low grade, low quality bullshit during that time. And you get these. I know who the hitmen are. I know everything behind the scenes. Y'all need to calm down in the chat. Look, bruh. Look. Do you go and just get a job? Or does somebody have to hire you to get that job? And if they hire you, do they not have rules and regulations as to what's being put out? What your job is to get done? So if something is happening in a company, you look at the person making the decisions. Because in Black America, musicians are a dime a dozen. You look at who's saying yes to this, who hired them. Black America is full of musicians, arrangers, producers, all up and down the line. Go in any church and you can find 48,000 singers that can outsing Mary J. Blige and Usher. Right? It's bigger than Nino Brown. You look at the people making the decisions. And then once you look at the people making the decisions, you look at the people who are paying the money for that person to make the decisions. And that's where the buck stops. I know all about Mark Curry and the Hitmen and all those guys. Yes. Who gave them a job? Focus. But again, like I said, it goes back before Puffy. It goes before Puffy. This is something that was set out back in the 70s to get done to black music. But we focus and we look at the Negroes. It's very smart for us as black people to pay hyper focus to the Negroes that allow themselves to be tools of white supremacy. Because we have to start to set a tone out there that, yeah, I know the white man's behind you. Yes, I know it wasn't all your fault, but you still took a payday to carry his agenda. And we got to make the block real hot for niggas that feel comfortable. Stephen A. Smith, Puffy, Jay-Z, Jason Whitlock, We can keep going down the line. We gotta, as a people, as a culture, make it to where these people don't feel comfortable back home around us, to where they have for real decisions to make. Do they take the money to push bullshit, or do they want to feel free and feel relaxed around their own people and allow them to make the decision?